Hey, Patriots fans, welcome back, because today we have all the latest updates ahead of one of the most crucial games of the season. The excitement is building, and this weekend is going to be huge for our New England Patriots as they prepare to take the field against the Denver Broncos. The atmosphere is electric, the stakes are sky high, and every single play could define the path to the Super Bowl. As we dive in, let's talk about the pulse of the team, starting with practice and player availability, because these next few days will shape the entire championship run. Starting with the positive news, it looks like the Patriots are heading into the weekend with some key players making great progress. Carlton Davis, who had been in concussion protocol, was spotted on the field today wearing the red non-contact jersey, which signals that he is on track to return to full participation. This is a major boost for the secondary, considering how critical his presence is in coverage. We saw a similar situation just last week with Christian Gonzalez, who started limited practices and then quickly moved to full participation before playing in a big game. If history repeats itself, Carlton Davis should be ready to step back on the field in time for Sunday's showdown. Carlton Davis has been one of the most consistent performers for the Patriots in the postseason. His stats speak for themselves. He's been targeted multiple times, but has only allowed a handful of completions, no touchdowns, and has already generated key interceptions and pass breakups. The improvement we've seen from him over the regular season to the playoffs is remarkable. Early in the year, he had moments where he struggled, giving up some big plays and showing inconsistency. But lately, he's become a shutdown corner, making life incredibly difficult for opposing quarterbacks. His coverage grade has soared, and it's clear that he has fully embraced the responsibility he was signed to handle. This defensive reliability is exactly what the Patriots need going into a high-pressure game like this one. Denver might have several offensive weapons, but with Carlton Davis on one side and Christian Gonzalez on the other, paired with the athleticism and awareness of the rest of the secondary, the Patriots are in a strong position to control the passing game. Marcus Jones will also have to step up, and the depth in the backfield will be crucial in maintaining pressure and shutting down any big plays from the Broncos. A fully healthy secondary means the Patriots can play aggressively, challenge every throw, and force Denver into mistakes, which could turn the tide of this game before it even reaches halftime. Switching to some of the other injury updates, there's mixed news for the offensive side of the team. While some key defensive players are healthy and ready to go, the wide receiver core has taken a hit. Matt Collins, who has been sidelined with an abdomen injury since the mid-season clash against Baltimore, has not returned to practice yet. The team opted not to open the IR return window for him, which signals that he likely won't play on Sunday. Collins has been one of Drake May's most reliable deep threats, and his absence significantly limits the vertical options for the offense. In 15 games, Collins has accumulated solid production, averaging over 12 yards per reception and proving to be a consistent target in clutch situations. His absence will force other receivers to step up in ways they haven't had to before. Kyle Williams now becomes the primary candidate to fill that deep threat role. Unfortunately, he has struggled to develop chemistry with Drake May so far this season. While his athleticism and speed are undeniable, Williams has yet to translate that into consistent performance on the field. Through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, he has barely made an impact, with minimal targets and limited receptions. This puts additional pressure on him for Sunday's game, because without explosive plays downfield, the offense risks being too predictable against a disciplined Denver defense. The Patriots need him to rise to the occasion, not just to replace Collins, but to prove he can handle the responsibility of being a key playmaker in high-stakes moments. The wide receiver depth chart is thin without Collins. With Stephon Diggs, Pop, Booty, Chisholm, and Kyle Williams, the options are somewhat limited. There are backup options like Jeremiah Webb or John Giles, but none of them have shown the kind of big play potential required in a championship game scenario. This makes Williams' role even more critical, because the ability to stretch the field will dictate how the Patriots attack and how defenses respond. If he struggles again, the Patriots may find themselves relying heavily on short and intermediate routes, which could be easier for the Broncos to defend. Looking at the broader picture, the team's health overall is promising on the defensive side. The secondary is nearly at full strength, and key players returning from minor injuries ensures that the Patriots will have the depth necessary to withstand Denver's offensive strategies. On offense, the absence of Collins is a setback, but it also highlights the importance of preparation, timing, and execution among the remaining receivers. Drake May will need to adapt quickly, read defenses efficiently, and trust in the capabilities of his targets, especially Williams, who now carries the weight of the deep ball threat. The intensity in practice reflects the urgency of the moment. Every drill, every rep, and every play is being treated as a live game scenario because there is no margin for error heading into the conference championship. The Patriots are honing their techniques, focusing on fundamentals, and emphasizing communication across both sides of the ball. Defensive backs are working on coverage assignments, linebackers are tightening run support, and the offensive line is concentrating on protecting May while opening lanes for potential explosive plays. The rhythm built in practice will be critical for the game plan, and seeing players like Carlton Davis return is a huge morale booster for the team. Even with some injuries, the Patriots have shown resilience all season long. The team has found ways to win despite adversity, and this weekend will be no different. They have the coaching, talent, and mindset to adjust to circumstances and exploit weaknesses in Denver's game plan. The playoff performances of the secondary, led by Davis and Gonzalez, indicate that they can handle pressure and perform when it matters most. Meanwhile, the offensive unit will need to overcome the temporary setback with Collins and rely on execution, timing, and versatility to keep the defense off balance. As the game approaches, all eyes are on the preparation, the key matchups, and the ability of players to rise to the occasion. Carlton Davis's return, the defensive readiness, and the offensive adjustments in the absence of Collins will define the Patriots' approach. The strategy will revolve around maximizing strengths, covering weaknesses, and creating opportunities for game-changing plays. Every pass, every tackle, and every strategic move counts, and the Patriots know that focus and discipline will be essential in this final push toward the championship. Now, turning to the other side of the story, the Patriots have to contend with some frustrating setbacks on offense, particularly in the wide receiver core. Matt Collins not returning to practice means the team will have to rely on the remaining receivers to step up, and this has raised a lot of questions. Kyle Williams now carries the most responsibility as the deep threat, but his performance so far has been inconsistent. While he has the speed and physical tools to make an impact, translating that into consistent, high-level play has been a struggle. The playoffs are no time for trial and error, and the Patriots need him to make every opportunity count against Denver's defense. Drake May's role in all of this cannot be overstated. He needs to stay sharp, read the defensive coverages quickly, and make decisions that maximize the team's offensive potential. With Collins out, the pressure falls on May to trust Williams and the other receivers to execute precise routes. Chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver is crucial, and it's clear that the Patriots have work to do in this department. Every practice rep, every timing drill, and every adjustment on the field is about preparing for the moments that could decide the game. May has shown resilience and poise under pressure, but the absence of a reliable deep target adds a layer of complexity to his decision-making. On defense, however, the mood is much brighter. The secondary, now fully healthy, is a formidable unit. Carlton Davis's return is a huge morale boost, and Christian Gonzalez continues to anchor the opposite side. Their combined ability to lock down opposing receivers will be critical against Denver's passing game. Marcus Jones' athleticism and instinctive playmaking further strengthen the defensive backfield. The Patriots can afford to play aggressively, challenge the deep ball, and make the Broncos work hard for every yard. In high-stakes games like this, a strong secondary often dictates the tempo, and having players at the top of their game is a massive advantage. The linebackers and defensive line also play a pivotal role in shaping the outcome. They must apply pressure, control gaps, and force Denver's quarterbacks into uncomfortable situations. The synergy between the front seven and the secondary will determine whether the Patriots can disrupt the Broncos' rhythm. It's not just about individual talent. It's about communication, anticipation, and cohesive execution. The Patriots coaching staff has clearly emphasized this in practice, preparing the players for the exact matchups and scenarios they are likely to encounter on game day. Turning back to the offense, the running game will be another crucial factor. With Collins unavailable, running backs and slot receivers will need to step up to maintain balance and create opportunities downfield. The Patriots will likely lean on a mix of quick passes, screen plays, and strategically timed runs to keep the defense guessing. Effective execution here will open windows for bigger plays, even without the deep threat that Collins provides. Timing, precision, and adaptability will be the keys to overcoming the absence of a primary receiver. Denver's defensive front will pose a challenge, especially against short and intermediate passes. The Patriots must ensure that protection schemes are airtight, giving May the confidence to make accurate throws. Any lapse in protection could disrupt timing and force mistakes, which in a championship game could be the difference between victory and defeat. This is why preparation, attention to detail, and mental sharpness will be as important as physical performance. Every snap counts, and every misstep is magnified at this stage of the season. On special teams, too, focus is crucial. Field position, accurate kicking, and disciplined coverage can all shift momentum. The Patriots have historically leveraged these aspects to their advantage, and doing so again will be vital. Momentum in a tightly contested game can swing in an instant, and having reliable execution across all phases of play will contribute to maintaining control. Coaches and players alike are aware that a single misstep could change the trajectory of the game, so attention to fundamentals will be a priority in practice sessions leading up to Sunday. Looking at the Broncos, they have weapons, but no clear superstar threat that dominates the field. Their offense can generate big plays, but with a lockdown secondary in front of them, opportunities will be limited. This puts the Patriots in a position where disciplined coverage, combined with strategic pressure from the defensive line, can force turnovers or create long-yardage situations that favor New England. Reading the opposing offense, anticipating plays, and executing with precision will be critical for the Patriots to control the flow of the game. The psychological aspect cannot be ignored either. Players are motivated, understanding that every practice rep is a rehearsal for the real pressure of the championship game. The mental focus required at this level is intense, and the Patriots have been conditioning their players to respond to high-pressure situations. Confidence from seeing players like Carlton Davis return, combined with preparation drills, helps create a mindset that thrives under pressure. This mental toughness often separates good teams from championship-caliber squads, and the Patriots have shown resilience and composure throughout the postseason. For the younger receivers, this is an opportunity to prove themselves. Kyle Williams, as the primary deep target, must elevate his game, but other receivers also have a chance to make an impact. Every catch, every block, and every route run correctly can contribute to explosive plays that change the momentum. The Patriots' ability to adjust and maximize the talent on the field will be key to overcoming the gaps caused by injury. Versatility, adaptability, and execution under pressure are the tools the offense will rely on heavily. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. After another shaky performance by the Jets, the NFL rumor mill is buzzing, and all eyes have turned to the Patriots, who appear poised to make a bold statement. Sources close to the team suggest that New England may have finally found the missing piece to elevate their offense. Wide receiver Brandon Aiiyuk, known for his explosive speed, precise route running, and uncanny ability to find the end zone in tight situations, Aiiyuk could be the spark that transforms the Patriots' aerial attack from inconsistent to downright dangerous. Insiders whisper that Patriots' offensive coordinator has been scheming ways to fully exploit Aiiyuk's versatility, envisioning him both as a deep threat and as a dynamic option in the slot. If these whispers hold any truth, quarterbacks might suddenly find themselves with a weapon capable of stretching defenses in ways they haven't seen from New England in years. Rumors also hint at a possible shakeup in the receiving corps, with veterans potentially adjusting roles to accommodate the newcomer, creating an intriguing puzzle for opponents trying to predict Patriots' game plans. Jets fans, on the other hand, are left to ponder yet another loss, adding fuel to ongoing debates about their roster's shortcomings. Meanwhile, the Patriots locker room is reportedly buzzing with excitement, and social media speculation is heating up. Could Ayuk's arrival signal a playoff-ready offense finally hitting its stride? Analysts are already imagining highlight reels featuring his signature cuts, sideline grabs, and breakaway runs that could electrify Gillette Stadium. Of course, all of this is speculation, but one thing seems certain. If Brandon Ayuk truly lands in New England, the Patriots' passing game could undergo a dramatic transformation. Opposing defenses may find themselves scrambling to keep pace with a player whose athleticism and football IQ make him a constant mismatch. And for fans hungry for explosive offensive moments, the mere possibility of Ayuk lining up under the Patriots banner is enough to stir excitement, ignite debates, and keep the rumor mill spinning. One thing is clear: if the whispers turn into reality, the Patriots' offense might not just improve, it could become a whole new threat in the league. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.